Good morning. Welcome to Just for Today. Excuse me. A time of eclectic reading, sharing of perspectives, meditation, and prayer. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader of the newly joined Centers for Spiritual Living Communities of Columbia and Greater Baltimore. Today is April 18th. For those of you that might be new, I never know what I'm going to read until the morning of, and I just, whatever book spine catches my eye, I pull that off the shelf, open it up, and that's what I read. So today is Living with Paradox, Religious Leadership and the Genius of Double Vision. And here's what it offers us. There is real value in leaders recognizing the common concerns they share with other religious groups. Competition may be healthy in many ways, but much good can be accomplished when churches join together and affirm similar priorities. The uniting of downtown churches in Pasadena, California, to build a center for homeless persons is a good example of an exclusive project that accomplished an inclusive project that accomplished what no one church could have accomplished by itself. The key to valuing both sides of the inclusivity-exclusivity paradox may be to accept exclusive independence at the neighborhood level, but promote inclusive cooperation at the city, state, or national level. There's so much in that popping alive for me, not the least of which is the idea that our differences actually need to divide us. What if they don't? What if our differences are just differences, and that it's our judgment of differences that divides us, but that our differences don't necessarily need to divide us? And that coming together, joining together with someone of a different belief system or a different perspective can't possibly compromise my belief system. One doesn't preclude the other. I am in relationship with all. So are you, whether you acknowledge it or not. We're all in some type of relationship, even if the relationship is one of ignoring. It's still, that's how we relate. We relate to this other person or thing by ignoring them, by loving them, by listening to them, by hating them, by whatever we do. But we're always in relationship with everything and everybody. And so, how are we going to do that? And is exclusion really a necessary option? I don't think it is. But I think the belief that it is stems from a belief that inclusion somehow means agreement. And maybe it doesn't. I don't think it does. I can include you without agreeing with you. I can love you without liking you. And maybe that's our next journey of humanity, is to take ownership of the carve-outs that we have established to keep each other separate. And why might we choose to do that? What comfort does that bring us? I think we each have to answer that ourselves. We can theorize about it, but ultimately we each have to come to that conversation and that decision making process on our own. I will share with you, I exclude behaviors. There are some things up with which I will not put behaviorally, but I don't want to ever exclude a person because I've learned people are not their behavior. So that's where I land with it. How about you? Thoughts that you want to share? Now's the time to do that if you would like to. Okay. So I'm not seeing anything, so I will move us into our time of meditation. This is a 5-minute meditation. I invite you, if you're new to meditation, to simply be present for the next 5 minutes. We'll do the meditation, and then I will close us out with an affirmative prayer, known in Science of Mind as a spiritual mind treatment, because it is treating the spiritual mind. Okay, here we go. As I recognize the breath that is breathing me, I recognize it is the breath of the One, the infinite, the ever present substance, energy, source of life itself. I experience this One as loving, as love, as life, as kindness, as peace, as presence, as infinite intelligence, as absolute abundance, as being unnameable yet known by many names, as being changeless yet expressing in exquisitely individualized expressions of itself. It is diversity. It is the whole of creation, complete and perfect in and of itself, and expanding itself through expression. I am that in form. Every individualized expression of it listening now, which is any moment of now, is that. Every grain of dust, every majestic mountain, every person, place, or thing, every animal, vegetable, mineral, all the space in between the visible and the invisible in this earthly realm or any realms beyond or other than are this One expressing. And so inclusivity is the very nature of creation. Being the only thing, there's nowhere to exclude anything to. There is no separation in one, so there can be no exclusion of itself. And so I lean into that reality. I lean into an experience of reality as one. I lean into and claim and affirm an experience of inclusivity, free of any thought of exclusion, free of any action of exclusion, free of any perceived fear that needs to exclude in order to affirm its own worth or value. And so I claim and affirm that every expression of the infinite is awakening to their magnificence. And as I know my magnificence, I know the magnificence of all because it is the same magnificence. One breath, one life, one. And knowing that this one must say yes to itself, always says yes to itself. Is not limited by our human construct of time and space. I believe that the word spoken is the word fulfilled. So I believe in every fiber of my being there is a knowing that knows that life has already said yes to life, that the activity of law, the doer of creation, has already made it so, has received the belief back of the words used and acted upon it. is doing to make the mental picture real in form. So it's already done. So I move through this day with my eyes and my ears and my heart wide open to see the evidence, to see the reality in form, to experience the yes of creation. And so in doing that, I let go of all preconceived notions of how and where and when it will show up. And I allow myself to simply see it, to be it, to experience it. I let go of any human need to control or contrive or make anything happen, because it's already done. There's nothing to make happen. I let go. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.